that for now. Okay. Sure. So, yeah, testing, 1, 2. So, Dulwich Hill versus Prospect United, Football New South Wales League One Men's, round 4. Yeah, then you go.
Testing.
Yes.
Cool.
Good. Now, thank you. Thanks, Nelson. Yeah, I'm going to. I just need to. Yeah, because I need all the highlight. But. No, where is it? Yes! I'm on. God. Second go at a club that I can rely on to get results. First one didn't really work out. Yes. The late winner, was it not?
Nah, 2 second half goals.
Let's go. What did you do?
Yeah.
Cop 5. Come on, lads. Be serious. Let's see. Okay. So I'll see when scores trickle in. Oh, that's come on. Yes. Oh, there we go. Glad I make this. There we go. So there seem to be more ads this year. I'll figure out the rest of it. There we go. See? I think I do some prep. stumped.
Writing down the line or something.
I will.
Because I wouldn't count kickoff and shoot as well.
Yeah, alright, so it's okay. No, this is normal, trust me. Yeah. You can just tell me. But thank you for the reminder.
Prospects are coming out.
Yeah, that's alright. Oh god, that's right. Oh mate, that's alright. You can't do it in 2 screenshots now. Whoops. Okay, no worries. Whoops. It's okay. Yeah, but it's okay until we see Dolly, it's fine. From Arlington Oval, Dulwich versus Prospect United. Justin, can you talk, please?
Testing, 1, 2. Alongside Eric for this one.
How's that? Oh, yeah, that was barking. Okay. Yeah.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for your support of Football New South Wales League One Men's. It's the match of the round for round 4 in the second tier for men's football in New South Wales, and we are at historic Arlington Oval for Dulwich Hill versus Prospect United. Two teams, in the case of Dulwich Hill, looking to further consolidate their place in this division, while for Prospect United, 2026 is the start of an exciting journey. Prospect, as you may know, promoted in dramatic circumstances from League 2 into League 1 at the end of last season, and a famous two-leg playoff win over Bonnyrigg White Eagles. This is Eric Subihano, and as the whistle is about to blow, I will quickly introduce my co-commentator, long-time League One men's writer, Justin Smith. Firstly, Justin, thanks so much for joining us here this evening.
No worries, Eric. It's a pleasure to be here once again at a scenic ground.
Yes.
Indeed.
Yeah, and a scenic ground, a lot of history, among other things. I think one of this ground most famous for hosting events in the 1938 Empire Games. That's how long sporting competition has been played at this ground. So I might just, as the ball has gone out of play, quickly run through the two starting lineups. So firstly for the host, Dulwich Hill in their usual yellow jerseys. Number 1, and in goal, is Patrick Williams. Number 2 is Jeremy Siarakas. Number 4, Samuel Gulisano. Number 6, Samuel O'Connor. Number 8 is the captain, Harry Jones. Number 9, Mark Eunice. Number 13, Dylan Larmore. Number 15, Jesper Weber. Number 17, Jack Mitsoulas. Number 37, Samuel Hobbar. And number 99 is Marcus Lal. Dulwich Hill are coached by Berhan Akamaz, his first year in the job, I believe you told me, Justin, after coaching the 20s for Dulwich Hill last year.
Indeed, he's been at the club for 6 seasons now, I believe.
Yes.
So a long apprenticeship.
Yeah, long apprenticeship, and it has found a home, has Berhan. At Dulwich Hill, he's moved here from overseas, coaching experience in Turkey and Romania as well. And it's good to see him using his experience overseas to the benefit of our clubs. Now, we will go through the prospect lineup when the chance presents itself. But firstly, it's Neoclis on the ball for Prospect. A look up and a ball down the line. I think Singh was the target, but it is cleared. There's header from Di Martino, and a little bit of head tennis there before Marcus Lal with the touch. And moves it to the left-hand side. So, to set the scene, and of course, you know from your tireless work, Justin, compiling previews and reviews for this division. I hope you enjoy another 30-round season, but as Dulwich Hill look to attack down the left, and there could be an early ball into the box. The header, and there's a shot. It's a decent shot, straight at the keeper. And straight at Stefan Gilio, and that is going to be a throw-in. Let's quickly go through the Prospect starting lineup. So, yeah, in goal, number 1, Stefan Gilio. Then number 2, Jacob Mikolev. Number 3, Daniel Kraljevic. Number 5, Marko Sinozic. Number 7, Michael Singh. Number 8 is the captain, Rio Herose. Number 10 is Pranit Singh. Number 13, Adrian Neoclis. Number 14, William Di Martino. Number 16, Dimos Vlahos. And number 19 is Gabriel Vulchik. Prospect United are coached by Darren Camilleri. We'll go through the 2 sets of substitutes a bit later on when we got time, but Dulwich Hill setting up camp early on here at Arlington Oval, scores 0-0, and about 3 minutes on the clock here, but another cross from the left to the far post, nobody there, header away from Neoclis, and Gulisano was trying to keep it alive for Dulwich Hill, but Singh turning, neat pass to Hirose, in fact. Singh has won the free kick. But yes, Justin, sorry to cut you off, but yes, these two teams are looking for their first win of 2026, both of them.
Yeah, they've had moments in their opening 3 rounds, but they haven't put together a full 90-minute performance yet.
Yeah.
In saying that, Prospects have got a couple of decent results against A-League Academy sides. Managing to draw with both the Jets and Mariners.
Yes. So there's a long-range shot, and it's parried by Williams, who I think the goalkeeping coaches tell you parry the ball away from the center of the area, and it really wasn't. You really couldn't call that a fumble because he was always the favorite to get to the rebound and prevent a second effort there. But an early tester there, the long shot coming from Dimos Vlahos. Now Dulwich Hill. Now, firstly, the 2 results Justin was referring to. Prospect opened the season with a 1-1 draw, a creditable 1-1 draw, at home against the Mariners, And last weekend, it was a 1-1 draw at home to Newcastle Jets Academy. Sandwiched in between those was a 3-0 defeat away to Prospect at North Taramara Recreation Area, but that's understandable. No one really likes going to North Taramara Recreation Area, so that will, yes, I think a Prospect can be forgiven for that. As Dulwich with the ball at the back, and then the longer pass. Dulwich getting a couple of goes at it. And it's not really cleared by Prospect. Now, this could be a chance. Here's Marcus Lowell. And he does get the shot away. It's blocked. Second chance. Great save from Gillior. And Prospect trying to get their blue and red in the way before the long shot. That was Gulisano, and that's over the bar. Justin, how about that stay from Stefan Gillior?
Yeah, great stop. Reaction stop up high. Yeah. Of course, Marcus Lowell, the Dulwich Hill player there, was probably the most notable recruit in the pre-season, coming from Hills United, I believe. Yes,
it was Hills United. Marcus Lowell, a smattering of NPL experience he had with Manly United. I think he's also played for Rydalmere, and I think you are going to see that he's Marcus quite the speed demon, which Dulwich Hill will try to use to their advantage, as there's a longer pass. Could be an awkward height for Prospect, but it's dealt with well enough. Here's Harry Jones wearing the armband for the hosts to Gulisano. Gulisano is outnumbered, and Vlahos tracking back, for he might have found the way out. In fact, I think he has found the way out. So going back to Stefan Gillior, he's been in the state leagues for a long time, got a lot of experiences. That was an interesting back pass to Williams, but tell you what, Justin, as I always say, keepers, they got to be good with their feet these days, and Williams might not have expected that trajectory of back pass, but he's dealt with it well.
Indeed, it's not an easy task as well, coming into the lineup as a goalkeeper after de Blasio got injured last week.
Yes, that's right. And he said he was an injury. Andrew de Blasio is named on the bench, but given what you said, I think it would take the most unlikely of circumstances for Andrew de Blasio to see the synthetic turf in this game.
Yeah, it's worth mentioning that there's 5 changes to this Dulwich Hill team from last weekend.
Yes. And last weekend, it was a 2-0 loss away to Central Coast Mariners at Plume Park, but I suppose we're just thankful, given the rain Plume Park had it last weekend, that they could even play a game on the Sunday, because on the Saturday, our good friend Pete Pryor, the voice of Central Coast football, was telling us it was basically underwater on Saturday night. So some miracles going on there to get that game underway.
Was a bit Melbourne-esque, the weather up there last weekend.
Yes.
Actually, because on the Sunday it was blazing heat for that game against Central Coast Mariners.
Right. Yeah. Well, that explains it. The blazing heat just evaporated the flooded water, and they could play. Now, by the way, Dulwich Hills. Well, Gulisano, not quite on the same wavelength as Samuel O'Connor, and the quickly taken free kick, a bit too quick for his compatriot there. But yeah, Dulwich Hill's other 2 results, there was a draw here at Arlington Oval in the season opener against Harcoa, and their round 2 result was a 2-1 loss away to Hills United at Valentine Sports Park. So, of course, I do like to go around the grounds, and there are results trickling in already from both this division and the division above it, NPL Men's New South Wales. But firstly, Marcus Lowell will try and keep you up to date with the goals as they fly in around the grounds. And that was, well, could have been awkward for Siarakis. Bit of a stumble, but he's done well, all things considered, Justin, to get that defensive header in. So, about as a whistle. And in fact, we've just got to make sure that things, the throw-in's taken from the correct spot. So, as Prospect considered this throw-in from near the benches. So I'll firstly go through the Dulwich Hill bench. So as I said, Andrew de Blasio is the backup keeper. The other options who Behan Akomaz may bring on later: Arthur Hugon, Antonio Orlando, Jacob Palamidas, Liam Spiropoulos, Kaya Aktaniz, and Michi Joma. And Prospect trying the right side. I think that was Siarakis with the foot in there. Prospect's bench, the backup keeper is Zach Northey. And the other bench options, Sean Beering, Carlo Imola, Marco Turpinen, a Dulwich Hill player last year, as he pointed out to me pre-game, Justin. Then Natalio Mirando, Tom Roberto, and Joshua Okan round out the subs bench for tonight's visitors. That's 0-0 here at Arlington Oval. 8 or 9 minutes played. And Dulwich versus Prospect. Eric Subihano calling this. Absolutely delighted to be here in commentary at Arlington Oval for the first time in over 5 years. Now, it's going to be a Prospect free kick, and it might be, I think I see the number 10, Pranit Singh, who's headed straight towards the dead ball. In my pre-match research, I identified him as a player to watch. He was, I think, Prospect's top scorer last season in their successful promotion campaign. But that was then, this is now. And Singh delivers it to the far post, and that is easy for Williams, and a very confident catch.
Just as handy with providing assists as well.
Yes.
Pranit Singh.
Yeah, so definitely good, especially when you're newly promoted. Good to have people in attack that aren't one-dimensional. Pranit Singh able to threaten in a bunch of different ways. Now it's Hirose pressing for Prospect, and the ball goes long towards Lyle. Lyle tries to flick it over a defender. He does, but the touch is a little bit too heavy, and ball claimed by Gillior there. So I did write down. We do have one completed result already for this, the League One Men's Round 4. There was a 5 p.m. kickoff at Valentine Sports Park, but success for the away team. MacArthur Rams defeating Hills United by 2 goals to 1. So, I don't know. Any thoughts there, Justin? You're the league reporter.
Yeah, that's a bit of a surprise result, actually, given the form of both teams going in. And, yeah, good signs for Rams.
Yeah. Yes, and I think, especially given what happened at the end of last season, with the premiership being won by UNSW, so that ball goes long, and it's a good header away. Intercepted there, long shot, but Gilliard can comfortably watch that wide. Yep. UNSW winning the League One Men's Premiership last year. SD Raiders defeating Central Coast Mariners in the promotion relegation playoff, and it is not that long ago, back when there were 4 men's divisions in Football New South Wales, that those 2 teams were in the bottom tier. So it is very impressive. Congratulations to those 2 clubs, but also I reckon that it would have a few clubs in this division thinking, why not us? Why not us, Justin?
Indeed.
Yes, so, as it remains goalless here. 0-0 between Dulwich and Prospect United. Gilliard goes long, and Vlachos keeps it alive. So you're going to need the second boot up to midfield. Who does it drop for? Prospect in the end. Hirose can't reach it. Now Harry Jones. And then they work it to Lal, who's getting plenty of touches early on. Can they go from the right to the left? Dulwich Hill have gotten it to the left. Cutting inside. There's a shot, and it's in. And it is the early goal. And Dulwich Hill have a fantastic start. The passing move was excellent, and it is Samuel Hovar who cut inside from the left-hand side onto the right boot and has found the bottom corner. And Dulwich Hill strike first, leading by a goal to 0.
Yeah, and it's a deserved goal for Dulwich Hill on this opening 15 minutes or so. Perhaps the keeper was just undecided there, getting at the near post.
Yeah, so... And as I'm trying to sync up the clock on the scoreboard opposite us, lovely old-fashioned scoreboard there with the clock on the stream in front of me. I reckon that scoreboard clock's a bit ahead, but I'll make it into the 12th minute here at Arlington Oval, and Dulwich Hill leading by a goal to 0, courtesy of Samuel Hovar. So, strike first, and Dulwich Hill, their quest to earn their first win of 2026, going very well so far. Pranit Singh found a pocket of space and has gotten away from 2 players. What are his options? He had 2 to the left, but it was intercepted, and then Hirose blocking the attempted ball form from Dulwich Hill, and it helps it get back to his teammates. Now Hirose, can he get the turn? He's trying to, and Hirose has won the free kick. Jesper Weber committing the infringement there. So I mentioned goals coming in around the grounds elsewhere. There were a couple of completed scores in the top division, but Prospect actually getting on with it quickly. And here's Dimos Vlachos. Now Neoklis opts against the cross, but also got caught offside. And so that chance is over for the visitors. Yes, there were 3 kickoffs in NPL Men's New South Wales at 5 p.m, so 3 games that have finished. And so I start with the biggest news, and of course a team that quite recently in this division, and a team you and I are very familiar with, Spirit FC, defending NPL Men's New South Wales Premiers, coming from behind to defeat Sydney Olympic by 2-1 at Belmore Sports Ground. And as it's contested in the air, and Lal has accidentally put someone on the synthetic turf. Will go on for now I say, and there's a player still down, and yes, after all that, Dulwich Hill sportingly kicking the ball out of play so that we can have treatment here. And I think that might be Marko Sinozic, who fell awkwardly, so we might see if the physio is going to come on. Actually, good there, the ref. Sinozic is okay and helped back to his feet, so we can get on with it now. Yes, thank you. Thank you to Justin for showing me his phone. Thank you to whoever uploaded the score from Lake Macquarie Regional Football Facility, because in the other 5 p.m. kickoff in this division, it is Newcastle Jets 1, Canterbury Bankstown 4. I didn't expect that score. How about you, Justin?
If I've learned anything from covering this league for 6 years, expect the unexpected.
Yes.
That's a perfect example of that.
Yeah. So, it's not a fun trip up to Lake Macquarie, at least by the standards of League One men's travel and what teams are used to, but Canterbury can enjoy the rest of their weekend, and they'll be driving back down the motorway with smiles on their faces. Look at that. They didn't even have to play Sunday 7 p.m., so how about that? Now, anyway, as Hirose takes a tumble, but no free kick this time, and the ball will find its way to Williams in goal for Dulwich, and he won't use the gloves just yet until he is pressured. But there were other scores. Yes, the other NPL Men's New South Wales scores. The 5 p.m. kickoffs at Ernie Smith Reserve, the club I mentioned not long ago. SD Raiders losing 2-1 to Rockdale Illingdon. And that's one for Singh to chase. Williams not really chasing. He can easily gather the ball at the extremities of his penalty area. The other... Yes, the score from the top tier is Apia Leichhardt defeating Wollongong Wolves by 2-0 at Lambert Park. So
just down the road from here, isn't it? Lambert Park.
It is. No, it is a short journey on the light rail, and given the challenges of parking in this area, as that's clipped forward by Jones towards Lal, and Lal gets a touch, but it's goes over the goal line. I actually did think about parking near Lambert Park and then catching the light rail in, given all the stuff I had to carry, but I opted against that. And actually, from what you tell me, I got lucky with where I parked. Yeah, sounds.
I seem to recall I did a double game, one at Lambert Park last year in League One and one here. So
yes. No, that sounds like something you do. That sounds like something I do as well, actually. And it's Dulwich Hill with the first corner of the game. And it will be Gulisano to take what is presumably an outswinger from the right-hand side. So the players are running it to the far post and headed back into the middle. And that's a clearance off the line, I reckon, from Hirose. And second corner in a row coming up. By the way, a progress scores from this division. I'll drip feed these one in. So at Jensen Park, half-time, Bankstown City leading the Spartans by 1-0. Gulisano. Again, he aims towards the far post. Clever header back into the middle, but it didn't get the touch that the hosts were looking for. And the ball is in Gilio's gloves. Vlahos. And that will run through. And now Nicholas on the left. Pranit Singh has space. Allowed to turn in a swerving shot. Williams, it's tricky for him. And he hasn't got it at the second attempt. But then the decision is a foul on the Dulwich Hill keeper. Oh, there you go. That's the point you made earlier, Justin. Singh is a threat. And there's a lot of space that he was afforded just then.
Yep. And it's not unfamiliar territory for prospects. They have trailed in
again with a little bit of room, but that is a strong tackle. And then a long shot from Hirose. It curls into Williams' gloves. And now, 19th minute or thereabouts here in Arlington Oval, and it is Dulwich Hill leading by a goal to nil over Prospect United in the League One men's match of the round for round 4, and that goal courtesy of Samuel Hovar in about the 12th minute. Gulisano under pressure and wins the throw-in. So it's also half-time at Rydalmere Park, and the home team leading by 2-1 over Bulls FC Academy. And then what else have we got? About 26 minutes played here, as that's defended on the far side. And we're able to keep it in, but yes, 26 minutes played at Poppendetta Park. It is the other newly promoted team to this division, Hurstville Zagreb, leading the Rangers by a goal to nil. That'll run through to Gilior. The other progress score that I have is in what I like to call the battle of the big cats, Inter Lions versus Northern Tigers. It's goalless after 16 minutes. And another game in the, you call the Inner West, because that's at Majors Bay Reserve. And I'm actually in the mood for progress scores, so as Prospect have it at the back. Half-time at Barton Park, St George FC leading UNSW by 2-0 in NPL men's, and reports of UNSW getting a red card as well, so that's going to be a challenge for the students. And then very early stages at Penshurst Park, 0-0 between St George City and the Western Sydney Wanderers Academy. So Siarakos now utilising the far side. Prospect sitting off, letting the Dulwich defenders have the ball, for now at least. And Siarakos. Now the ball, again, Lala's the target. Again, Igilio is able to use the gloves. And I think it is Dylan Lam, or Dulwich Hill number 13, who's looking to try and get Lal in behind and use his speed. As Weber's back defending. Neoclis battling against 2 players. Still battling Neoclis. Did not win the throw-in. So I think the point that I half made, as part of your research for the season preview, going back to a point you made, is that Darren Camilleri really trying to build a hard-working group of players, Justin.
Yeah, indeed. I mean, it was kind of a surprise they got to the division in the first place. It kind of was a case of one game at a time, getting to the playoff and then going from there.
Yeah, and in fact,
that was a big result against Bonnyrigg in the playoff.
It was. It certainly was. And I think scheduling being what it is, perhaps a bit unfortunate for Prospect that their historic second leg triumph over Bonnyrigg was on the same day as the NPL women's and men's grand final doubleheader, but certainly they did make some noise, and now it's Praneet Singh trying to make some noise here with the through ball. Neoclis, he's been very active, overlapping on the left-hand side in the early going, but the ball goes the other way. Eunice was trying to look for it, but couldn't quite pick it out of the sky, and Hirose will settle that for Prospect.
And in my dealings with Prospect, they're very much a community club.
Yes.
In the way they approach things. And of course, Darren has been in the job for 11 years, coaching the first grade, 20 years all up with the youth set up as well. So probably one of the long-term coaches.
Yes, that is
in football New South Wales.
Across all of them. I mean, off the top of my head, I can only think of Mark Crittenden at Blacktown City, but 11 years. I mean, what was I doing 11 years ago? I can't remember. That probably is enough to tell you. I mean, 11 years ago I only had one tattoo. What's your... Okay, perhaps we'll get back to this after we see this Prospect set piece. Singh is thinking about what he's going to do. When did you start with the Football New South Wales media team? Answer that later. Here's the set piece in from Singh. Neoclis couldn't get the touch. Now Michael Singh's second effort, and it goes wide of the target and a fair bit wide as well. But it's Dulwich Hill 1, Prospect United 0, about midway through the first half here at Arlington Oval. Lovely venue to watch football, and currently it is being shared by Dulwich Hill and by Inner West Hawks, the team from League 2 Men's. But as I think there was a period, I think in the late 2010s and into actually into the 2020 season as well, that the Sydney University women's team used this ground from time to time. In fact, one of my very early commentary experiences is here for an NPL women's game between Sydney Uni and Northern Tigers, as that's a good tackle from Weber.
To answer your question before,
yep,
this will be my 10th year.
So you started 2017?
Yep.
Okay. That oh, I know, as the Wollongong Wolves reporter for match reports down there.
Yep.
Yes, so you were making the regular train trip from your neck of the woods to Wynn Stadium. So, yes. And to complete that conversation, this is my 8th season with the Football New South Wales media team and 7th as a commentator. As that's long from Williams, and Weber ducks out a bit, reckons he's got the touch of his opponent, and he has. Now Weber, quick throw isn't really on, although Eunice is offering the short option at least. Instead he'll aim for the skipper, Harry Jones. Back to Weber.
Of course, Weber was a pretty wanted man in the off-season. With his ex-academy resume.
As that is headed away. Now, might break for Hirose, but then he plays it to Hovar, the only goal scorer of the game so far. So just Weber, Wanderers Academy and Bulls Academy, if I remember correctly?
Yes, I believe you're correct there.
In fact, interesting given the role that he is playing at the moment. A lot of defending, but from memory, he could be quite the threat going forward if especially with his speed on the right-hand side, if the play presents that chance.
Yeah, so. Well, Burhan Alcaraz, the Dulwich Hill coach, did say they've got one fit centre-back coming into tonight. So.
Yes. One for Gulasano to chase, and that is, yes. Fortunately, at least it is a long season, so plenty of time for Dulwich Hill to get back to full fitness. As Lamo leaves it for Mitsoulas. And Mitsoulas, header from Hirose, Mitsoulas, another header. Almost found a teammate, and then it's a bit bouncy here, and then that will end up being something that Dulwich Hill can settle at the back, as that's played to Siarakas.
It's also that awkward time of the season, isn't it, where the players haven't quite reached full fitness.
Yes. Yes, and I think... Sorry, keep going.
So they're prone to injury more.
Okay. Yeah, so actually, I'm sorry I was put off. There was a second ball on the field. The ref has asked to keep going, so yep, that's been cleared off. The field of play now, and Williams going long. Good spring there from Lal. Looking for Eunice, but it is played out by Prospect. In fact, third corner of the game coming up, courtesy of the touch from Marko Sinozic, and good to see no ill effects after that earlier awkward fall from Prospects number 5. So once again, it's Gulasano to take one from near the flag. And yes, I might just talk about other games. Well, there's every game scheduled for today, at least in League One Men's, has either completed or is currently in progress. Gulasano floats one, keepers up, and an uncontested catch for Gilio. There's one League One Men's game tomorrow. It's Sunday, 4:30 p.m. at Hensley Athletic Field, as Singh shouted for the kick. It went his way, but then... There's actually, there's going to be... I think they heard the ref say there's a substitution. Hang on. Oh, it's a cooling break. Okay, well, I mean, I'll take a drink as well. I did not expect that, Justin.
Yeah, it is pretty pleasant conditions.
Yes.
It's a bit of a surprise, isn't it?
I was actually there was a breeze coming in just right before the start of the game, and I was thankful that I remembered to bring a jacket. But anyway, it's a chance for Justin and myself to recap. So if we've missed any of the action, of course, it's as straightforward as clicking back on the YouTube stream to see what you missed. But getting close to half an hour here at Arlington Oval, Dulwich Hill leading Prospect by 1-0, courtesy of a goal in the 12th minute, just outside the box. Good strike from Samuel Hovar. I believe that's his first of the campaign. So, now, by the way, the League One men's game tomorrow, yes, it's in the eastern suburbs, 4:30 p.m. tomorrow. Hakoah hosting Central Coast Mariners, and of course you'll be able to read about that game, this game, and all the other games from League One men's round 4 when Justin Smith completes his review of the weekend's action. That'll be available on the Football New South Wales League's socials via the Facebook page on about Sunday evening.
Potentially. We'll see.
Oh, could be. Actually, yes. Yes. But, oh, yeah, that's right. There is a point. We do have congratulations to one of the most legendary member of the Football New South Wales media family. Yes, that review will be Sunday evening or Monday morning, but this break is actually a perfect time to congratulate our fearless leader, the Golden Greek, the Greek god of Football New South Wales, Mark Stavroulakis, because Mark and his partner Katrina have welcomed their second daughter into the world. So hello to Paris and Stella. The elder daughter has a younger sister to play with. We certainly wish the Stavroulakis clan all the best. Congratulations. So, after all that, back with this throw-in taken by Neoclis, and then Singh Michael Singh looking for Praneet Singh, but it's played forward by Dulwich Hill. And then Jones with a high ball, Prospect getting back, but Yunus almost got on the end of it. Now Vlachos able to turn and a little stumble, and the ball is just inadvertently dribbled over the sideline.
I actually was saying potentially because I'll probably be at Hensley Athletic tomorrow afternoon. So.
Yes. Well, enjoy that. Good canteen there. If you've been, I'm sure you'll find something for you, something there. Don't mind the schnitzel roll from Hensley Athletic Field. And while we're on canteen watch, I actually would like to say that I thoroughly enjoyed the lamb souvlaki pita I had pre-game. So yes, I was looking forward to this when Arlington Oval was put on my schedule. So the fine folk at the Arlington Oval canteen haven't disappointed. There we go. That's the latest step. That's the latest episode of Canteen Watch with Eric Subihano. Thanks for tuning in. Weber with the throw-in. Back to Mitsoulas. And the three at the back. Well, they had it, but now long pass forward. Great ball from Siarakis and a great first touch as well. I think that was Gulasano. So now I think that's Hovar who will go direct. Handball shout's not heeded. Another shot, another cross blocked. Hovar will try again and it's swinging in, but it's swinging in to Stefan Gilio's gloves. Now, sorry, Justin, you see what happened? I looked down my notes for a brief second, and Dulwich Hill wanted a decision.
Yeah, he dropped the ball for a second there.
Okay, now this is where I probably should read the laws of the game, but I don't know.
I think he recovered it just in time.
Yeah,
so.
Because you can bounce it, so if it's a fumble, you're probably allowed to do that. Anyway, Williams goes long. Over two players. Sinozic with the header. But now, there's the ball around the corner, and it's a bit inaccurate. That's provided space for Gulasano. Far side, he can't keep it in play. Yep, into the 34th minute here. Dulwich Hill leading at Prospect United by 1-0, courtesy of Samuel Hovar's strike from just outside the box. And it's Eric Subihano calling from delightful Arlington Oval alongside Justin Smith. Thrown back to Siarakis. And there's the pressure up front from Michael Singh. Now Mitsoulas, not really under pressure. He goes sideways to Dylan Larmore. Now Weber. Jones. Now there's been a bit of a trigger for Prospect to step up, press a bit higher. Goes back to Williams and he goes towards Eunice. Eunice gets the header. He's going to have to chase his own flick on. He will not reach that. Oh, before I forget, it's great to have you as part of our commentary team, Justin. You've been very busy with League One men's commentary. Of course, my voice might still be recovering from the match of the round in round one. Rydalmere Lions defeating Bankstown City by 5-4. And a game which had a red card and a penalty save as well. Was that a fun section of the match review to write, or was there too much for you to write?
Probably too much.
Yeah, it's like you want action, but as Dulwich Hill attack, and perhaps both teams a little bit unhappy. Prospect wanted the goal kick. Decision not forthcoming. As Weber will think about this throw. And yeah, 9 goals, a red card and a penalty. Yeah, you want action. That's too much action. It's like.
Well,
it's
can't be too picky. Last week we had one which there wasn't much goal.
That's true. That is true. Now, in swinging cross, it's dangerous, but the trajectory read perfectly by Gilio, and he goes for the long throw, but it's too long for Michael Singh, and Siarakis has that covered near halfway. And every defender I've ever met loves a good shepherd, and a good demonstration of the art there from Jeremy Siarakis. Mitsoulas on the ball for Dulwich. Half-time approaches. Now, pocket of space found by Gulisano. Dulwich Hill biding their time, trying to draw Prospect out of a little bit out of shape, or out of shape enough to find some space. And the back three for Dulwich Hill, quite happy to do this when there's no clear option, just to keep the ball amongst themselves. Now, dropping a bit deeper is Gulisano. Now he'll drive it forward, runs into 2 players, and it gives away possession.
Yeah, it would have been on the agenda to score an early goal from a Dulwich Hill perspective, coming up against this set defence.
Yes. Now, as Dulwich Hill might have won it back here, and it's a bit more of a promising position. Long range shot from O'Connor, and now took a touch. Gilio has to scramble, but it will go out, and the hosts have their fourth corner kick coming up.
Yeah, and because of that set defence they're coming up against, chances like this are likely to be a good route to go.
Yes. So I'm sorry, Justin, I've gone blank. What was the match of the round last weekend?
Hurstville against Interline.
Oh yes, Hurstville against Interline. So it's good to have Friday night action in this division. Division which has traditionally been mostly Saturday night games, but Hurstville defeating Inter by a 0 at Penrose Park. As that's clipped in, and a good header, and I think that is Hirose's second goal line clearance, because Dulwich Hill liking the far post for these corner kicks. It was a big climb there. The score remains at 1-0. The Prospect captain, I believe, was the one preventing the ball from crossing the line. So, corner number 5 by my very unofficial manual count. Do they go far post again? Yes, is the answer, and this time Prospect win the header. Not quite cleared. There's a shot on the turn and deflected wide. Deflected wide for corner number 6. It was Jacob Mikulev that time with the defensive intervention.
It's rare you see every defender in the box in their first half in particular.
Oh, from the defensive team for a corner, that's true, yes. Yeah, normally teams like to leave at least one player up for a potential counter-attack, but that is not the approach that Darren Camilleri, the Prospect coach, has opted for here. Going to be an in-swinger this time for Gulisano. He signals. Now that's more towards the near post, headed away by Sinozic. And then I think that might be O'Connor working it back to Gulisano. He does keep it in. And the cross aimed at the near post. Prospect with the header, and Vlahos helps it on. But that's Harry Jones, and he has a look over the shoulder. I think he just goes back. Yep, back to Sirakis. So they start again. And I think I hear the voice of Stefan Gilio, the prospect keeper, urging his teammates to step up. So half-time approaching. Jones finds himself on the left-hand side for Dulwich Hill. Patience is the order of the day for the team who lead 1-0, courtesy of Samuel Hovar. Mitsoulas back to Williams. Now they're going to try a different approach, trying the side nearest to us. Weber, step over, not fooling his opponent. Now, can they find a way through? Hirose couldn't make it stick. Dulwich Hill still have it, and they'll cross halfway. The ball out to Yunus, but it's intercepted. I think it was Vulcik in there, but also Neoklis. Now, Vulcik again, and the deflection might favour Dulwich Hill, but I think it was Synergist jumping in, and his team needed him to do that to beat Marcus Lal to the punch. Now the ball comes forward for Prospect. Here's Michael Singh, and Singh trying to get around Siarakas, and the decision is free kick to Dulwich Hill. You know what, I mean, my vision's not the best, but that looked to me, Justin, like good positioning from Jeremy Siarakas. Good use of the body. We do hope you stick around for the whole of this game. I don't know if for those of you that think the 20s game provides some kind of omen, or there was a few late goals in that one, and we had a bit of excitement while we were making our final preparations, and it was Prospect winning by 3 goals to 2 in 20s, but it was 1-1 entering the final 10 minutes, I believe. So yes,
yeah, and Prospect keeper made a good save in the last minute, didn't he?
He did indeed. And that, I believe that would be Zach Northey, who's on the bench for first grade. So, that's headed back to Gilio. Yeah, right, it could have been 3-3. Dulwich Hill could have snatched an unlikely point. Anyway, Neoklis, Pranit Singh, and the ball that will be too far in front of the intended target for the pass. So, in terms of the streams you can watch on the various Football New South Wales, the various streams you can watch on the Football New South Wales YouTube channel for today. Well, I think I mentioned all those games. And there's a couple of streams tomorrow. So firstly, in NPL Men's at Landon Stadium, it is Blacktown City hosting Sutherland Sharks. 3 p.m. kickoff tomorrow there with our Irish friend, Dave Feeney, with the commentary. And then exciting times for those of us in the women's football community, because we have the first match of the round for the women's second tier League One Women's, and our coverage of that wonderful division starts tomorrow at 5 p.m. Also in Blacktown Council, as the Blacktown Spartans host Interlions from Spartan Park, and it will be Mark DePaoli with the commentary for you at Spartans' home ground, as that's cleared over the technical areas. To the 43rd minute here, Dulwich Hill trying to see out their 1-0 lead and take that into the dressing rooms. Prospect pressing, Weber a bit awkward, but he does settle it, and Weber, there's the speed I spoke about earlier. The back heel's a bit unlucky that it didn't work, and Nucleus takes it away for Prospect. Hirose takes it forward, scans for options. Now Vlahos. Sinozic now in the center circle. Now Vulcik. Hirose. Quick 1-2. Dulwich Hill's turn to try and stay disciplined, as that looks to be a clean tackle. But Pranit Singh still has it. Di Martino looks up, goes from range, and it's a diving save. It's an excellent save from Patrick Williams. That'll result in Prospect's first corner of the evening. That was better from Prospect, Justin.
Yeah, good signs from Prospect. They've been perhaps guilty of showing too much urgency in chasing the game previously, but that was a controlled period of possession.
That's a very good point because, yeah, you want to move the ball quick, but as the corner comes in and it's already gone, it swung out of play before it came back in, so the chance is gone. And yes, you want to be, you want to move the ball quickly, but yes, you can't. Certainly for Prospect, no time to be hasty just yet. We're still in the first half. Now Williams, perhaps because we're so close to halftime, no risk taken in terms of a short passing build-up from the goal kick, so something more traditional. Williams is about to go for distance. He boots it towards Weber. Weber has run off the number 15. And now Prospect keep it moving. There's room for Vlahos all of a sudden. Vlahos, he shoots, it's low, and it does well enough. Williams got down low to his right and did not allow much of a rebound. The ball bouncing pretty much straight in front of him, and he very casually picks it up. Then Williams goes long and high into the night sky. Eunice once again is the aerial target. It's a good header defensively though, and that is the end of a fascinating opening 45 minutes here at Arlington Oval. It is Dulwich Hill taking a 1-goal lead into the dressing sheds as they lead over Prospect United, and the goal coming in the 12th minute from Samuel Hovar. And Justin, before we take our own break, just briefly, how have you seen this first half?
Well, Dulwich Hill needed that early goal, didn't they, against their set defence, and they got it.
Yeah.
Yes. Opportunistic strike, cutting inside, I would call it. That was a bit better from Prospect in the last 5 minutes.
Yes.
So I'd like to see more of that from them going forward.
And I think Darren Camilleri agrees with you. Well, this is Eric Subihano with the commentary for the Football New South Wales League One Men's Match of the Round, assisted by Justin Smith, League One Men's expert. We're going to take a short break, about 10 minutes or so, and then we'll be back with the second half from Arlington Oval. See you in a bit. You can't do it in 2 screenshots now. Oops. Okay, no worries. Whoops. It's okay. You can't do it in 2 screenshots now. Oops. Okay, no worries. Welcome back to our coverage of Football New South Wales League One Men's Round 4. Our match of the round from beautiful Arlington Oval. And it's currently the home side, Dulwich Hill, leading Prospect United by a goal to nil, with Samuel Hover, a man right in front of us, the Dulwich Hill number 37. His strike is what currently separates the two teams as we're about to head into the second half. Eric Subihano calling here with League One Men's reporter Justin Smith. Suppose we'll figure out any potential halftime subs as we go. In that sense, I'll be looking more towards Prospect, given that they are the team chasing the game. But for the moment, let's assume the teams are as they were to begin this one. The ball at the far side, and once again, I do say I'm trying my best for player identification when it's furthest away from us. And as Dulwich Hill bring it nearer, Sarah Arkas, a man who got plenty of touches in the first half, towards the goal scorer Hovar. Lal, and they keep it, but Prospect able to force the hosts backwards. Now Lal suddenly finding himself in space. It's up towards Yunus. There's a touch from Kraljevic towards Mikalev, and Mikalov plays it. Good header there for Dulwich Hill. And who settles it? Vlahos plays it forward. It's the header, I think, from Mitsoulas. And played up and out by O'Connor. So, Justin, say you mentioned earlier that the final 5 minutes of the first half was kind of better for Prospect. Anything in particular that they'd be looking to do more often in the second half?
Just wait to come in there, but I think just be a bit more patient on the ball. Yeah. And then there's such a thing as, too much urgency and too direct.
Yes. Yes, that can certainly be the case, but that longer ball forward has led to this throw-in in an attacking position. And here's Mikalev. Pranit Singh is lost out to multiple opponents. Now, Marcus Lal, bit of a juggle there. He can't keep it. Now, Hirose. The touch, looking for Pranit Singh. It was Di Martino joining the attack. Dulwich Hill stand firm. Now, Hovar holds off Vlahos. Now, that's Jesper Weber. Look at the speed. And he's got almost to the edge of the box. Lal keeps it alive. Lal, can he somehow get a shot away? Yes, just wouldn't fall for the number 99. And now Mitsoulas plays it back to the keeper. Okay, I've asked you already a question about Prospect, Justin. Might as well do the opponents now. What do you think Dulwich Hill did best in the first half?
Well, they started well.
Yes.
I think they'll be happy to control the ball. As they did in the first half. And they did look a threat from the set piece as well.
That is actually quite a good point. So I think by my tally, they won 6 corners in the first half, and they all looked pretty dangerous. But now, looking dangerous here is Marcus Lal, and the flag has stayed down. And once again, he isn't quite able to settle the ball. He did his best. He's certainly using his pace to threaten the Prospect back line, but took 2 defenders to keep it away from Lal. And there's a late challenge by Dulwich Hill. And, in what has definitely not been an ill-tempered game, we have to wait until now to get the first yellow card. And it's the goal scorer, Samuel Hovar, who is the first into the referee's notebook. And about the 49th minute by my stopwatch. So, I suppose we should plug upcoming streams. So, actually, thanks to the tireless work from the Greek god, Mark Stavroulakis. I actually do know I know matches of the round for League One Men's up to the end of March, and that would start next weekend, Sunday, 8th of March, when we travel up to the Central Coast and Plume Park for, I think, what will be a very fascinating game between Central Coast Mariners Academy and Bankstown City. So that will be a 3 p.m. kickoff on Sunday, 8th of March, and it's at Plume Park, so there's only one commentator who makes sense for such a game, and that's the voice of Central Coast football, Pete Pryor. DiMartino playing it out to the left-hand side. I think that'll be Neoclis. Now that's Vlahos. Vlahos shoots, and it's a comfortable save for Williams. Okay, so after that then, featured game for this division in round 6, Sunday 15th of March, 4:30 p.m. kickoff from Hensley Athletic Field, Harcourt FC hosting MacArthur Rams, and I believe that's going to be a Football New South Wales commentary debut for Sean Marr. Then, following on from that, the stream game for round 7, Saturday 21st of March, 6:30 p.m. from North Turramurra Recreation Area. It's Northern Tigers hosting Hills United. Connor McNally will have the commentary there, and there is a prospect player who is going to require some treatment. We do have a stoppage, so wait to see if trainer's called on. Prospect not really moving as of yet, so I think they're just hoping. Of course, you've got to take head knock seriously. I'm not sure that actual head knock. Neoclis holding the back of his head, but does look like, and we hope that he's okay to continue. Yes. And then coverage of this division for the month of March. It concludes with the feature match for round 28, Saturday 28th of March, a 7 p.m. kickoff at Podmadetta Park, with the Rangers hosting Rydermere Lions, and Justin, you will be calling alongside Dave McDonald. So you will that'll be the second time this season that you get to enjoy what we like to call the Nicholas Kutniak Media Box at Podmadetta Park.
Bit cramped with 2 people in it, but yeah.
Yes, but
maybe it's cooled down enough by then to make it.
Actually, it's a good point. Yes, yes. Because yes, this is definitely a winter competition, but not. We haven't reached the cold part of the season yet. And actually, a discussion Justin and I were having at half-time as that's prospect trying the left-hand side. Vlahos does not win the throw. Dulwich will keep it alive. Is this going to be a chance? Now, it breaks for Hovar, and it's a swerving shot which is parried. Parried by Gilio, and then cleared, I think, by Sinozic. And yes, Justin, we were speaking at half-time as Hovar attacking once more down the left-hand side, and it's back to Gulisano. Gulisano goes direct to the far post. Keeper hesitates. There's a knockdown and then a lunging shot from, I think, Marcus Lyle, which goes wide. But Justin, yes, we were speculating because we did see a cooling break or a drinks break in the first half. Now I'm wondering, if you have one in the first half, does that mean you have to have one in the second half? Because it's certainly not what you might think is cooling break weather. But I suppose we'll find out before too long. Now Gilio is about to go long with this goal kick. Helped on by Vlahos. Now it's marshalled by Dolichil, and then Williams puts his boot through the ball. Now I think Eunice challenging for it and picking up the scraps, I think might have been Jones. Certainly the ball's with the hosts as there's a neat shimmy on the far side of the field. Before Sinozic sweeps it up for Prospect, and it's a good ball out to Hirose. Near halfway on the left-hand side for Prospect. Vlahos again getting involved. Tried to find a teammate. All he did was find Hovar, and then Hovar with a little bit of a panicky pass. Now, let's see. A pretty whistle from the ref. I think he's just making sure that the throw-in's taken from the correct spot. DiMartino trying to find a teammate. Mitsoulis is under a little bit of pressure. Prospect might have won out here. So helping out, I think, might have been O'Connor. Now, Lal, pressured immediately by the defense. Keeps it away from 2 players. Marcus Lal aiming for the far side, but didn't get the ball wide enough for the runner who was in space over there. Dulwich will win it back. Here's Eunice. Lal possibly looking for the give and go, or Eunice, does he go himself? He was brought down, and it's a big set-piece opportunity for Dulwich Hill coming up. Say, Justin, Marcus Lal, there was that one shot early on, and despite not many shots thereafter, he's actually been quite impressive, I think.
Who's this?
Marcus Lal.
Yes, indeed.
Yes, sorry. Should have said his name a bit louder, but yes, go on.
He's a dangerous player for any defence to face with the turn of pace and
yes,
has the touch to match it as well.
he does. Yes, and if memory serves me correctly, he has received at least one call up to a Fijian youth national team in the past. So, and in fact, Prospect are preparing a sub, but I think we'll see the set piece first. And Gulisano, he's taken a few corners now. We assume this is going to be a direct free kick. And Gulisano, it's parried by Gilio. That's an excellent save. And he kept it low. Possibly trying to use the wall to kind of unsight Gilio, but Gilio wasn't saw it all the way. And that strong save from the Prospect shot stopper results in corner number 7 of the game for Dulwich Hill. By the way, latter stages at Barton Park at NPL Men's, St George FC still leading UNSW by 2-0. Now, here's the corner. Aimed near post, and a flying header from Prospect. So they'll step up at least a little bit to defend this throw. But before that, I think we're going to see, it's my worst nightmare, a triple sub with the technical areas on the far side of the field. Okay, you're going to have to be patient with me. So I see a number 12 on the far side. That's going to be Tom Ruperto. And one of the players to make way is number 13, Adrian Neoclis. The other players to make way, number 2, Jacob Mikulev, and number 7, Michael Singh. So, as I said, I think I saw a 12, which would be Tom Ruperto. And as I like taking people behind the curtain, it's actually quite dark in our part of the field, so that's what the light on my phone is for. The other 2 players... Oh, what did you see the numbers, Justin? Oh,
9, Marco.
Number 9. It's number 9. It is, as the ball comes in and that crosses has way too much chili sauce for the Dulwich Hill players in the middle. You saw number 9, that would be former Dulwich Hill player Marco Turpinen, who's just come on for Prospect. He's gone up front to try and give Pranit Singh some support in Prospect's attack. Did you see the other player who came on?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay, not
Currently
yet.
scanning.
Yes, not a problem. We'll keep eye on it for you. And of course, those of you watching at home or on the go, wherever you are, thanks for your support of the Football New South Wales YouTube channel. As Kraljevic delivers to the far post, headed back into the middle, and it's a chance for Hirose, and Hirose has bundled it over the line, and Prospect have their equaliser. Well, Kraljevic got forward from the back. It was a teasing ball into the middle, which wasn't dealt with. Clever header back into the middle. I think it was Turpinen who took a tumble, but it doesn't matter because Rio Hirose timed his run to perfection, and he's found the equaliser. It's Dulwich Hill 1, Prospect 1.
Yeah, the desired impact for Darren Camilleri there.
Yes, I have to say.
They just stopped that tempo a little bit, which helps create that chance.
Yes, and you go 50. I reckon that goal was in the 57th minute, and there that has properly livened this one up.
It's a bit early for Prospect to score, based on previous results.
Yes, so that does bode well for the rest of this game and the league, which loves the late drama. You might call it the most dramatic league in New South Wales. I would just call it the best league in New South Wales, but that's another story. We've got a bit more than half an hour of this, as there's a little bit of sorting out to do for the officials. So we've got to calm things down. There's a bit of a contretemps between Kraljevic and Hovar. And let's go. Well, that's it. It's one of the many reasons I could never be a match official. So there's too much going on here. So I believe the refs are mic'd up, so they might be having a discussion right now. And after all that, no card shown, I think. We're just going to restart with a Dulwich Hill free kick. That's probably, I think, the best outcome. Just the officials deciding to settle things down with just a bit of a talking to both parties. So, now, no wall here, so Gulisano will deliver. Again, it's at the far post. Gilio's up, and who got the last touch? Last touch of Dulwich Hill. Goal kick. Gilio. Long kick. There's the touch there for Dulwich. Hirose. Oh, sorry. No, that was Hirose. My apologies. Karljevic. And it's off Turpinen, but that'll be easy for Patrick Williams. He keeps it moving. And now there you go. That requires intervention from Vulchik for Prospect. Vulchik taking the ball forward. Vlachos keeping himself busy in central midfield, but the ball's run over the touchline on the far side. It's Dulwich 1, Prospect 1 in League One men's match of the round action from Arlington Oval. Dulwich opened the scoring in about the 12th minute, courtesy of Samuel Hovar. But recently it was an equalizer for Prospect. With Rio Hirose, their captain, applying the finishing touch. Eric Subihano calling here from Arlington Oval alongside Justin Smith, and there's about half an hour remaining plus stoppages in this one. And now the game opening up here for Dulwich Hill. Interesting ball to the left aimed at Hovar, and Hovar did not keep it in play. So Dulwich Hill, their subs, I can see there's 7 subs still with the bibs on, so it doesn't look like a sub, at least for the hosts, is in their immediate future. Also, as I like giving progress scores, this is not so much around the grounds as it is around the world, but in the Southeast Asian Women's Futsal Championship semi-final, half-time 1-1 between our beloved futsal Matildas and Indonesia. And if you've managed to find a stream for that one, as Prospect try the left-hand side, sure hope your antivirus is up to date. As crosses in and easy for Williams, and pretty uncontested there, all things considered, for Williams. There you go. And Dulwich Hill, quick passing down the far side. That's progressing the ball nicely, and the cross is clipped in behind Lal. Trailing runner here, and the shot, does it deflect towards Hovar? Does not. Prospect take it forward. This game is getting more and more stretched. Still a lot of football left. Gulisano tracking back. And now played forward. Hovar. And he just got back, and now he's going to run forward again for the hosts. And he kind of just ran out of space there. As actually Prospects, they just noticed another sub. So for Prospect number 4, Sean Beering has entered the field. And he's actually appears to be on the right side of the Prospect back 3. Justin, okay. How does this change the challenge for Dulwich Hill now? That it appears that the game is being played at a bit of a quicker tempo.
Yeah, there's that, and Prospect now have an outlet up front in Turpinen, which is going to just cause a few more headaches, as we've seen with the knockdown for the goal.
Yeah, that's a very, very good point. As Vulchik goes back to the keeper.
But I suspect this is how the game's going to look for the next period of play.
Excellent. Well, I look forward to calling the rest of the game alongside you then. As it's direct, but that's way too far and out of reach for any Dulwich Hill player, so it's a Prospect goal kick. Now whistle. Double substitution for Dulwich Hill. I'll tell you who's coming on in the next couple of minutes. Jogging off the field. Let me see. I think I see number 6 leaving the field. That would be Samuel O'Connor, as well as number 37, Samuel Hovar. It is Berhan Akomaz's turn to roll the dice with a couple of substitutes. So that's 2 for Dulwich Hill, and I think Prospect have already made 4. So number 5. Sorry, I got to turn the light on my phone on again. It's quite dark here. Number 5 is Arthur Hugon. He's going to come on at the back for the hosts. I reckon I see a 10 for Dulwich Hill as well, which would be Jacob Balamidas. Anyway, run through the middle here. Gulisano, he shoots, and Gulisano sends the ball just wide of Gilio's left-hand post. Yeah, I think you're going to be right, Justin. It's going to be quick tempo. from now until the end of the game. Gilio. It's long. Let's call that number 10, Jacob Palamidas. Pretty sure that's the other player who came on in the recent double sub for Dulwich Hill. There's a lot on the line here. Both teams looking for their first win of the season. As Di Martino assesses his options, turns forward. Now he's looking for the right-hand side. Finds Hirose. Hirose. A couple of nice touches to buy himself some time. Now Hirose will take on a defender. Kraljevic now for Prospect. Biering. And that's Sinuzic. I think that'll be Vulchik on the far side for Prospect. Looped up off Pranit Singh's boot. Now one for Singh to chase. Turpinen's also in the area. Prospect force throw in Dulwich Hill territory.
It does look that with those changes for Dulwich Hill, they've looked to match Prospect's formation.
Yes, and I love the game of chess between the two coaches. Subs resulting in subs to counter whatever your opponent has made. And I'm sure we'll see a few more subs before this game is done. The game hanging in the balance. Dulwich Hill enter this game with 1 point on the table. Prospect have 2. As Biering goes long, and it's an easy catch for Williams.
With that, a lot of work is going to go to the wide players, the wing backs, if you like, for either side.
I see, that's a good point. In fact, you know what? Now that, given Samuel Hovar has scored one of the goals, generally played well, maybe that be a factor in him being substituted just to get some fresh legs on the left-hand side, because I noticed Jeremy Siarakis now playing a bit further forward for Dulwich Hill, as Palamidas looking for the other side. And it's kept in. I think that's Jesper Weber. 1-on-1. A left-footed ball to the far post. This will reach Siarakis. Wrap-around run, but in fact he might go himself. Crosses into the middle. Decent first touch. Shot on the turn is blocked. Prospect defense urging the team to step out, put pressure on the ball. This is Palamidas. Momentarily Hugon had both arms up looking for the switch, but they've kept it a bit more centrally of Dulwich Hill. Biering gets his foot in there, more up than forward. And then he's clattered in the aerial challenge, and the pressure, it's a bit of a pressure relief.
We're also talking about a side in Dulwich Hill who have undergone changes this week with 5 players coming in. So
also
they also could have players on limited minutes.
That's a good point. Yes. So as we go and take a look around the grounds, in NPL men's St George City leading the Wanderers Academy by 1-0 early in the second half. That would be at Penshurst Park, I assume. As Prospect attacking down the left. Hirose, little cut back to the edge of the box. Clever work, and the shot comes in, and it swerves just wide of the post. Hirose, the man who scored the equalizer, clever work there. The cut back to a player making a very, very late run. Shot wasn't too far away for Prospect. As I consult my trusty live score up once more. So, Bankstown City, that's their first win, actually their first points of the season. They've defeated Spartans by 3-1 at Jensen Park. Elsewhere, various second half results. Late on at Raidomir. Raidomir hanging on to a 2-1 lead over the Bulls. It's the Rangers leading Hurstville by 3-2 at Poppendetta Park, and Northern Tigers defeating Interlions by 2 goals. Sorry, Northern Tigers leading Interlions by 2-0. 60 minutes played at Majors Bay. Mitsulas. Now Hugon to halfway. Gets away from Turpinen. And then that's just a ball a little bit too far in front of Siarakis, who had taken up a very interesting position on Dulwich Hill's left-hand side. Hirose. And he couldn't get past Mitsulas now. Towards Gulisano and gets the touch around a player. Gulisano forced a little bit wide and the pressures there coming from Sinuzic. Now, a keenly contested game, that's for sure. That's why we love League One men's, Justin. And that Williams with a booming kick almost to the edge of the opposition penalty area, but then it's a cushioned header back, clever header back to Gilio. Yes. And certainly, well, I mean, I don't need to tell you this. Certainly, my experience as a former reporter of this league, you're never really sure that it's the last of the scoring.
Yes,
it never feels like the scoring's over in this competition.
It is down to the creative players here, though, since there's so many players in the middle section of the pitch.
Yes. And killer ball can certainly make all the difference. And who'll be the difference maker tonight? Game played at a good tempo, and it's only getting quicker as we draw towards a conclusion. 1-1 between Dulwich Hill and Prospect United. That's good defending, I think, from Vulchik. Now Palamidas, that's a lot of room for the Dulwich Hill number 10. He goes left. Here's Siarakas. One-on-one opportunity. Cuts inside. And the shot, it's going to be deflected over the crossbar for yet another Dulwich Hill corner. I make that 8 for the game. Justin, that was a lot of space for Palamidas.
Indeed.
Yes.
And it was just through a quicker build-up.
Yep.
That time.
Yep. And Prospect, as they did track their recent history back to 2013. It becomes a lot more difficult before 2013, to say the least. They're really trying to establish themselves in this division after promotion at the end of last season. And defending this different routine from Dulwich Hill. They've gone short, but have not ended up playing a telling ball, at least not yet, as Palamidas has that closed down. Hirose trying to play the quick ball. Turpinen, does the bounce favour him? It does, and Turpinen has at least 2 teammates in support with Dulwich Hill sprinting back, and the ball isn't what those runners in the middle would have wanted. Jones keeping it away from his opposing captain and opposing number 8. Now Dulwich Hill trying the right-hand side. Cross towards Eunice, and he's good in the air. The ball wasn't too far away from Mark Eunice's forehead. Substitution coming up. Oh, I agree. So, yeah, that's my other... Well, that's the other thing I fear whenever I do commentary and the filming position is opposite the benches, both teams making subs at the same time. So I think that's Dimos Vlahos who's made way for Prospect. I'm guessing I'm going to see a number 20 for Prospect when that play turns around. Yes, that'll be Joshua Okan coming on for the visitors. Number 2, Jeremy Siarakas has been subbed. And I think I see a number 4, which would be Samuel Gulisano, who's also been subbed for Dulwich Hill. On in their place. I see number 20, which is Michi Joma. And I'm keeping an eye on the other player who's just entered the fray for Dulwich Hill. Touch off Jones, but he couldn't settle it. Turpinen dropping deeper, trying to help Prospect secure possession. And Prospect keep it with a throw-in deep inside of their own territory. Just a bit over 15 minutes remaining in this one, and Dulwich Hill cut back towards Eunice. He's in the box, left-hand side. Eunice, shot is blocked. Jones, a couple of quick passes. Palamidas, by the way, the other newly introduced player for Dulwich Hill, number 11, Liam Spiropoulos. Here's Jones. Siarakas, it's a good, oh no, sorry, my apologies. That's Joma, and Joma too far and out for a goal kick. Gilio, I think. Again, he's been favouring the longer goal kick the whole game. This one goes into opposition territory. Climb from Okan, and Okan, his first action in this game is to concede a free kick. Dulwich keeping at the back. Mitsulas under pressure from Okan. Finds a player in space. That's Lal. Lal continues to look dangerous. Shrugs off one player, but not the second. Sean Beering with a good tackle. Di Martino trying to keep it alive. Does not. Lal again. Palamidas. Nice give and go. Palamidas, one of those substitutes trying to be the impact maker. And then I think that was Weber. Couldn't get past Roberto, who's the defending out wide for Prospect. Throw in, aimed at Yunus. Bit of an awkward hop in front of him, but he keeps it alive, and then the flag is up, yeah, and the decision goes Prospect's way. So you mentioned Justin Prospect like to score a little bit later, like Rio Hirose scoring the 57th minute, if anything out of character, of course. Most famously, an extra time winner in the promotion relegation playoff last year. So I think that goes to the point you said earlier about like the work rate that Darren Camilleri has created with this team.
Yeah, I think one of the things he pointed out in this research for season preview was the character is the most important thing in bringing in players.
Yep.
And so far they have scored in the 90th minute of 2 games, I believe, to get their draws.
Yes. See, so in the second tier and already adhering to second tier heritage by scoring late goals. Love it. Anyway, but it's Dulwich Hill on the ball, and that's an interesting pass. Now low ball into the box, and perfectly positioned was Marko Sinozic at the near post. And Prospect needed him to be where he was because there were 2 runners behind Sinozic waiting for a tap-in. So it's like, oh yeah, back to that earlier point I made about Prospect's history going back to 2013. Yes, but there's been restructures, as some of you would know. Some seasons, the men's comps have had 4 tiers, some seasons they've had 3. But basically, Prospect have been in the bottom tier for a long time. And now they get their chance in the second tier. And with this game hanging in the balance. Now Jomar surges into the box, takes a tumble. Some shouts, hoping for a penalty, but it is a goal kick. In fact, the last time Prospect were not in the bottom tier was 2013, when they were in the 3rd out of 4 tiers, the old State League 1 competition, which is also that's 2013. That's also the last season they played Dulwich Hill competitively. Now, How long ago is this? Well, let me put it this way. The last time Dulwich Hill played Prospect, Troy McCall of Football New South Wales competitions fame was playing for Prospect. So, yes. That was the most fun bit of the research I had for this game. It was like, Troy McCall, oh my goodness. He does an unbelievable job organising all these competitions. It's honestly, it's a job that gives me a headache just thinking about because of course he looks after youth. It's youth as well. He doesn't just do seniors, as that will be again the infringement and the free kick going in Dulwich Hill's way. Now, okay, well, they need take 2 for this Dulwich Hill free kick, but away we go. So now, player in space is Hugon. And now it's interesting ball. Yunus tried the finesse finish. He was followed all the way by Sinozic. It's another corner. I make that corner number 9. You know what, Justin, I'm impressed by how hard Yunus and Lal have worked despite the lack of actual shots like that. But they've been moving, making it difficult for Prospect. They'll be hoping for a chance from this set piece, obviously. And it's clipped in near post. Again, another prospect header strong at the near post. And the clearance completed by Praneet Singh. And the loose touch, well, better hurry. Praneet Singh putting the pressure on. He's the furthest player forward for the visitors, but they find a way out easily. Spiropoulos has his hand up nearer to us, hoping for a switch. Does not come his way, but it is still with Dulwich Hill. Final 10 minutes or thereabouts here, plus whatever stoppages the ref chooses to add. Eunice more tireless target forward work. And Prospect making sure they follow Eunice whenever he drops deeper to try and hold the ball up. I think that was Prospect keeper Gilio shouting at his teammates to step up. Dulwich Hill working the right-hand side. Now helped on. This could be a decent chance into the box, but again, Sinozic playing well. And Sinozic not wanting to clear straight away, but it is eventually just played out of danger. Although Okan does get a touch on it. Okan, that's good skill. Now, can Prospect find a way out? I think they have. Here's DiMartino. DiMartino shielding it, but not strong enough. Michi Joma for Dulwich Hill. This is great stuff, Justin. Incredible tempo. Joma. Harry Jones. To the left, and it was intercepted. Now this could be a chance for Prospect. Counter after counter, it seems. Turpinin is the option in the middle. That's a textbook tackle from Jack Motsiulas. Cross comes in, and it's allowed to bounce and kept in by Eunice. Eunice from a tight angle. Is there the finishing touch? It was looked to be set up nicely for Marcus Lal. It's Marco Sinic again in the way.
Yeah,
how about Prospect? They're just getting bodies in the way, aren't they, Justin?
Yeah, that's an inspiring block.
Yes.
For his teammates to look at.
Yeah. And more defending coming up. As you pointed out the first half, Justin, Prospect like to bring every player back for set pieces. All hands on deck for Darren Camilleri's team. Again, aimed at the near post and almost went all the way in. I think Gilio has ended up making the stop on the line. Nearly had an Olympico, Justin. Not to be.
Yeah, just got his legs in the way there, didn't he?
So, yes. Keep up. Whatever body part it is, just as long as you stop the ball. Left to right switch for Dulwich Hill. A lot of the ball in the last 5 minutes or so for the hosts. They opened the scoring in the 12th minute via Samuel Hovar before they were pegged back in the 57th minute. Rio Hirose with the goal as there's a shot. Eunice making a clever run from centre to more of a wider position. Drag defenders with him. And has won Dulwich Hill's 10th corner of the evening. Corner count, at least by my handwritten tally, 10-1 in favour of the hosts. Corners in and flecked on. Now it's a chance here at the far post. They're keeping it alive, Dulwich Hill. And after all that, Prospect once again getting bodies in the way. Praneet Singh is going to sprint. And there's a clearance, and yes, the one thing, yes, these older venues, it has been booted over the grandstand and possibly into someone's backyard. Now that will end up being the keeper. By the way, Justin, shout out to all the tireless club volunteers who have to do stuff like figure out wherever balls like that go at the end of games.
Yep.
Yes, that's, yes.
It's almost a fixture of inner west venues, isn't
yes,
it?
That's right. There's especially venue we've mentioned earlier today, Lambert Park. Almost guaranteed in a first grade fixture that the ball ends up on Marion Street at some point, or in the park next door, or in the warm up area near the light rail, or on the roof of the Joe Marston Pavilion. Now that's a late challenge and not Prospect with another set piece, yellow card as well, possibly going to William DiMartino. My background as a league writer means I'm noting down yellow cards in minutes, even though I don't really need to. But for what it's worth, I think that's an 84th minute yellow card for DiMartino. And now
I gave that up a while ago.
Yes,
for that.
Yeah. Yes.
Too much of a hassle.
Yes, I still do it when I do NPL men's commentary, just in case the writer's doing it remotely. Now, Dulwich Hill set piece. Back to more important matters. Gilio's asked, I think, for 4 in the wall, and that's going to be one of the substitutes, Spiropoulos. I see a number 11 over the dead ball. Gilio wanting his wall to be placed millimetre perfect. Spiropoulos thinks about it. He strikes, and it's in from Liam Spiropoulos. A wonderful free kick to put Dulwich Hill back in front. And the substitute, well, Berhan Akamas has found an impact player. And Justin Dulwich not too far away from their first win of the season.
Yes, superb free kick, wasn't it?
Yes. It was incredible. And we think of fresh legs in terms of running power and sprinting, but instead it was the power off the right boot of Liam Spiropoulos to strike clean and give Stefan Gillier no chance with a free kick right into the top corner. And Dulwich lead by 2-1 over Prospect United. About 5 minutes remaining, plus whatever stoppages the ref chooses to add.
It's been coming, hasn't it?
Yes. Yes.
Dulwich have done really well to apply pressure in the last 10 minutes or so.
Yes. They have done well.
And it's always satisfying to see a celebration like that, isn't it?
It is, yes. To see not just the goal scorer and a couple of nearest teammates, but the benches. There's not too many unused substitutes left, to be fair. So they're probably players that have been subbed, still finding enough in the legs to run over and join Liam Spiropoulos in those well-deserved celebrations, as that is going to be a Dulwich free kick. So
the coach could have actually been the first one on the scene there.
Who?
Burhan.
Yeah, actually. we love a what do we call? We love a Jose Mourinho celebration. We love it when the coaching staff get involved as well. As Williams rolls the ball out to restart. So for now, Liam Spiropoulos is the hero. Although, as that goes long, if you're at all familiar with this comp, you know there's plenty of time left for at least one more goal, and there's a strong tackle for Prospect just outside their own box. Turpinen holds it up. I think that's Roberto. I'm just guessing. To be honest, I'm just guessing with the ball on the far side. I'm trying my best. Prospect try the side nearest to us, and it's Beering down the line. Decent touch by Kraljevic. He delivers into the middle, blocked at the near post, and cleared. Beering, touch off the thigh, and then Dulwich can't get the ball back, so it's with Prospect. I think that's Hirose. Moved essentially. Di Martino. That's backwards. Vulchik. And Dulwich very, very deep in this phase of play. Almost everyone behind the ball. It's played in. Turpinen tries to head it towards a teammate. A couple of Prospect headers. Outside of the foot clearance towards Lal. Now Lal using his body. Waiting for the players to get further forward. That's a nice ball to Joma down the line. And Joma. Prospect have the numbers in defense. Joma has not beaten the challenge. I think that was Di Martino. Now Turpinen and Di Martino having just run back to defend, was never going to reach that pass. 88th minute here. Yes. And about to have an old school footballing experience. No fourth official, so for those of you watching at home, in terms of time added on, your guess is as good as mine. Long throw. Very good distance on that throw towards Lal. Beering. As a spectator in a somewhat similar jersey to mine walks by. Now the tackle there. All clean as a whistle. But then there's another challenge there, and this one is not clean. There's going to be a yellow card for Prospect. And it's like, and I wish I had the vision of the fan behind me who said that guy went studs up. I mean, okay. If you say so.
Gonna make a somewhat safe assumption and say it's a guess.
It's what?
A guess.
Yes.
That one.
It's like, mate, if you could, if that spectator can see like that, maybe they should be in the commentary team, because a lot of us cannot see that far clearly. But we are doing our best here at Arlington Oval. Delighted to be here this evening. We've seen a fantastic football and a great demonstration of the action drama that Football New South Wales League One Men's provides. It is, what are we now, into our 9th season of streaming this league, at least in some form. As Vulchik with a defensive header, it's off him for a Dulwich throw. And now we're close to time added on. And Dulwich in no hurry. in terms of taking these set pieces, these throw-ins. Dulwich Hill trying to see this one out, earn their first win of the season, coming into this game with just the 1 point. And Prospect won the ball back. Hirose trying to find a way out. Long towards Turpinen. Off, sliced by Matsoulas. Turpinen will chase. Hugon has got the defensive position and just goes safety first with the boot into the fence. Into the box from Kraljevic. Okan trying to keep it alive. Did he keep it alive? He did not. Goal kick. Definitely in time added on now. Perhaps one just last plug of Justin's tireless work as a writer. Yes, keep an eye out for the review of the League One Men's Round 4. That'll be available via the Football New South Wales League's Facebook page. Justin's write-up of this game and the other 7 games that have been played in League One Men's this weekend. That'll be available Sunday evening or Monday morning. Bearing with the foot in there for Prospect. Now, there'll be a chance. That's Yunus driving the ball into the box. Sinuzic once again blocking the path to goal. But this is exactly where Prospect don't want the ball. They're moving it quickly. Time's of the essence as they chase what would be another dramatic late equalizer. Works out for Turpinen. Now Joshua Okan races, and that's great goalkeeping. And Patrick Williams off his line in a flash. And he falls on the ball. Had more than a minute of time added on here. The ref counting out the time before keeper has to release it. This is the new directive. I think that was from IFAB for this year. Lyle can't make it stick. So, Prospect can't keep progressing the ball, and that's just played forward. That allowed Dulwich Hill to step up, but nothing else. Dulwich Hill very much in game management mode as they try to see this one out. Goes over the goal line. Gilio, well, we know where this one's going. Just going to go for distance. Couple of headers. Now Yunus, still, he's been running all day, and he prevents the throw-in in Prospect's favour and then wins one for his team. And to be honest, actually, Justin, when was the last time Patrick Williams made a serious save? It's been a while, hasn't it?
Sorry, what was that?
When was the last time Patrick Williams made a serious save? He hasn't had to do one in a while. And in fact, there might be a test coming at the other end. His lull, and it's shot not the power that he would have wanted. Gilio again going long into the night sky. And as it falls, Prospect, now Lal has committed the infringement. Also, brief shout out to Carlo Imola. I just see a prospect number 6 on for the closing stages. Shout out to all the Formula One fans who like Carlo Imola's surname, even though Imola's not on the Formula One calendar this year, is it, Justin? I think not. Anyway, we'll talk about that after the game.
I can think of another Formula One fan on the pitch at the moment as well.
Oh, yes. Now, Okan, Turpinen, tight angle, and across the box, out for a corner now. Is this keeper up time? Gilio not really showing any urgency, but he is strolling towards the centre circle. No question of everyone being back for Dulwich Hill. What have we had? We've had more than 3 minutes of time added on. And it's going to be Kraljevic to take the kick from the flag. Kraljevic to the far post and headed up. That's Lal trying to clear it, I think. Roberto. Now, just got to go back into the mixer, you think, towards Vulchik, across the box, and there's the goal! There's the goal! There's the goal from Joshua Okan! And we have a late equaliser. Prospect have done it again. With the second ball from the set piece, it's a big celebration. And Prospect about to earn their 3rd draw in 4 games, you think. That's the spirit you spoke about earlier, Justin. They go until the final whistle. In fact, I think the ref has blown the final whistle, so it's literally the last kick of the game. Joshua Okan has equalised to earn a 2-2 draw for Prospect United. How about that, Justin?
Yeah, incredible. Incredible.
There you go. And it's time to wrap up. Well, we did talk it up. Justin and I always say this is the most dramatic league in New South Wales, and we've seen that tonight at Arlington Oval. It finishes 2-2 between Dulwich Hill and Prospect United. Dulwich Hill opened the scoring in the 12th minute, courtesy of Samuel Hovar. Prospect equalised in the 57th minute with Rio Hirose scoring a close-range finish, but the real action came late. Dulwich Hill made it 2-1 in the 85th minute with a great free kick from substitute Liam Spiropoulos, but as we just saw, 94th minute, Prospect keeping it alive for one last push, and Joshua Okan applying the finishing touch to make it 2-2. Well, first question, Justin, is that enough for this section of your review?
Definitely is, and I've been taking notes, so I can confirm that now.
Yes, well, good to see. We look forward to reading that when it's published on the Football New South Wales League socials Sunday evening or Monday morning, but it's a late old night. I suppose it's time to sign off. Next time, we have a League One men's match of the round. It's Sunday, 8th of March, 3 p.m, Central Coast Mariners versus Bankstown City from Plume Park, and Pete Pryor will have the call for you there. For those of you perhaps who are interested in my commentary, I've got 2 games next weekend. Saturday, 7th of March, I'll be calling St George FC versus Manly United from Barton Park with Mark DePally, 6:30 p.m. kickoff there. And then Sunday, 8th of March, I've got the match of the round for round 1 in NPL Women's New South Wales. Newly promoted Hills United up against last year's NPL Women's Champions Bulls FC Academy. And I'll be calling that one with Emily Arnold. But I suppose it's time to sign off. So, on behalf of Justin Smith, Football New South Wales, our broadcast partners, Sportscast, and tonight's camera operator, Nelson, who's done a fine job. It's Eric Subihano signing off from Arlington Oval. We hope you enjoyed our coverage of Football New South Wales League One Men's, and we hope you can catch another few streams in the next week or so. So take care of yourselves. Hope you enjoy the Women's Asian Cup, which starts tomorrow as well as our wonderful Football New South Wales competitions. But it's time to say goodbye. The final score here from Arlington Oval is Dulwich Hill 2, Prospect United 2. Good night.